Hello and welcome to Sadhana World Foundation. As you know, we are very passionate about crafting young lives. We present them stories focused on moral values and drawn from our folk tales. Today I have picked up a story from the famous Panchatantra tales. Once upon a time, there was a village where a group of mice used to live there. The village was almost destroyed. There were no human beings or hardly anybody living there. There were debris all over. However, the mice had found a nice settlement for themselves. There was the forest nearby, there was a huge lake nearby. They had a good time. Once a herd of elephants passed through that village, they discovered this water body and they started passing through this village almost every day to drink water from that lake. In that process, many elephants stamped on those mice and the mice got killed. Slowly, the population of mice started reducing. The mice were worried. They went to their king and said, "Oh, Majesty, you need to do something about it." So then in that meeting, they decided that they will meet the king elephant and the herd and make an appeal that the mice need to survive and the elephants have to be considerate. They went to the king and they made an appeal. The king elephant listened to them and understood that the mice are getting killed unnecessarily. The mice said that, "King, if you find a different track, different route to go to the water body, then we will all be happy. Remember that someday we would help you." The king elephant couldn't understand that how will the mice be of use to him at some point in time. He smiled, but he said that, "Okay, I understand your trouble. We will be able to find a different route to that water body, so don't worry." So the mice started living happily. The elephants were happy as usual. The king of that kingdom wanted to induct some elephants to its army. So he ordered his men to catch elephants from the wild and train them. The king's men could spot this herd of elephant passing every day in the evening to this water body. They led a snare to catch these elephants. The elephants, of course, did not know about this whole thing. They all got caught the next day in that snare. They were trapped. They were not able to get out of that net, and it was quite well designed by the king's men. The king elephant suddenly remembered what the king mouse had told him. So he trumpeted loudly. The king mouse and the group could hear the elephants trumpeting. They thought that the elephants are seeking some help. All of them went and found that the elephants are caught and they need to be freed. So all the mice got into work and they cut open the net. The elephants were freed. Elephants were full of gratitude towards the mice. The mice returned back to their settlement. Elephants went away. Of course, the king's men had to find a new way of catching the elephants. So what's the moral of this interesting small story, which is attractive for young children? What struck me, I think the moral of the story is very clear. Be good to others. Somebody will be good to you someday. That's the moral of the story. But when I was reading this story, I thought for myself that there is another group of teaching in the Bhagavad Gita and various other religious textures, scripts, that you do your duty, don't wait for the results. So in this particular story, we are teaching young children to do good because there will be something in return. While as they grow up, they hear this teaching which says that keep doing your work, don't wait for any returns. So aren't they conflicting? So I was thinking about it. Then the conclusion which came to my mind is that this story is an oversimplification or a motivation to the young children to do good. Doing good, possibly doing good to others, possibly doesn't come very naturally to all of us. However, to encourage people to do good, oversimplified form, the story presents, if you do good, you will get something in return. But the fact possibly is, and I think all of us must reflect and realize that many a times in our lives, you can't find a cause and effect relationship for every result which happens to us. We fall sick, we face challenges, we face difficulties. Do we know why such things happen? Not really. Some people feel frustrated, disappointed, angry. Why me? But that's not the right way to live life, isn't it? Always we don't find the cause and effect. But there is, it's a belief. And if we believe in karma, the principle of karma, then it says that everything which happens, which comes as a result, has got a cause. The cause could be attributed to something which we did in the past or we did not do in the past. We acted positively or negatively on something and the effect is today. That's the principle of karma. But whether you believe it or not, such things do happen. We suddenly meet with an accident on the road, or we fail in an exam. A brilliant student faces a paper and suddenly gets distracted and forgets what one has learned in the past, unable to reproduce at the time of the need. Or in a competitive examination, which is just one day, one falls sick or one turns up late, whatever happens, such unexpected things happen in our lives, does that mean that you feel disappointed and you stop being good to others? If we do, our life will be full of mess that we will take long time to clear them up. So, like the story teaches us, the king elephant was nice to the group of mice. The elephants are so powerful, he has no need to think of a new route to go drink water. He had no need, but he was good to the mice and he got results. So we have to trust this universe that we will find good results someday. We don't have to expect results, we just keep being good to others. That's the teaching. So when we are leading our life every day, the words that we utter, the actions that we take, or the actions that we avoid are all results of some thoughts, conscious thoughts that we take in our minds, that I will be good to others. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you found the teaching that I presented from this Panchatantra tale useful. I look forward to our future conversations. Thank you very much.